So hello and welcome back. This is Vinamr and it's been a while since I posted. I had nothing to talk about in the month of February, so I just couldn't figure out what to upload. So we're back in March and my goal for this month is to upload at least 2 or 3 videos. At least 2 or 3. So let's see. So the topic of today's video is the name Bholenath. It's one of Shiva's name and I feel like it's really misinterpreted amongst us. And we have gone out of our way to take advantage of his nature. So yes, what does the name Bholenath mean? Bholenath, the name, is really beautiful and it's made up of 2 words, Bhole and Nath. So when you look at the meaning of Bhole, it means innocent, kind, easy to please, naive, and Nath means Lord. When you add these 2 together, you get Bholenath, which could mean the Lord that is really innocent, the Lord that is really easy to please, the Lord that is really naive. And the other meaning could be the Lord of innocent people, the Lord of people who are really naive. You know, there are a lot of people who are really innocent and people just walk all over them. They find no shelter against the cruelty of this world. So, the Lord who takes care of such people. Bholenath could also mean that. Now, it's up to you what you think the right meaning is. A lot of our saints and generally in our culture were encouraged to believe that Shiva is an innocent God and he's a very kind God, he's very easy to please. Which is really true up to a certain degree. But let's clear some misconceptions about his name. So, oftentimes we hear stories where Shiva gives a boon to an asura and then it is justified by saying, it's because Shiva is Bholenath, he gets pleased very easily and he gives boon to anybody regardless of who they are. I'm not buying all that. When you do your tapasya, when you put in the efforts, when you do everything that is needed to done, when you complete your sadhana, only then does Shiva appear. And if you have done everything that is required to fulfill your sadhana and you've gathered enough energy, why should he not come? And when it's time to give you a boon, he goes beyond your identity. He does not dwell in duality. He does not see the good or the bad. He just comes to give you the boon of your results. And that's fair. If you have prepared for an exam, if you've been studying for a really long time, if you've worked really hard, you should justifiably getting the result of your actions. It's only karma. If a deva does all that tapasya, do you think Shiva will not appear and give him a boon of his choice? It has happened before. Kubera got the boon. Varun got the boon. So do asuras because they do their tapasya. So stop misleading people saying Shiva is very easy and gives boon to people who are asuras as well. It's only because of Shiva that asuras have still survived. Do you think devas and asuras are... Do you think asuras and suras are deva, asuras are asuras? Do you think one of them not existing would make sense? They're like 2 sides of the same coin. It's only about restoring balance again. Okay, not to get very off topic because I tend to do that a lot. The other thing, I was just waiting for the train to pass away so that the noise disturbance is cancelled. Now that we've cleared the misconception that Shiva is somebody who gives boons to asuras and That's because that's his nature. A lot of people say that he gives boon to asuras because he's tamasic in nature. Anybody who's been into spirituality can laugh at that. And yeah, it's been a really, really long campaign by a lot of people to mislead people into believing that Shiva is a tamasic god. And people who are tamasic in nature usually pray to Shiva. Well, don't believe all this. You can pray to Shiva in all three modes of nature. In sattva, in rajas and in tamas. Shiva has all three forms. The only thing that matters to him is your bhava, is your emotion, your intent. If you are able to offer what you can offer with the highest intent, with love, he will not see if it is sattvic in nature or tamasic in nature. He will see you for who you are. If you are able to offer a dried leaf because that's all you have, he will accept it. Because he is Bholenath. He is kind. He is really easy to please because you are offering it out of your heart, out of your bliss. He does not want ritualistic processes to be followed in order for him to be pleased. He wants you to be there doing that thing. He wants you to be living life to the highest extent. He wants you to live life fully. And while you do this, remember him. Just love him. Just include him in your life. And you will not believe me, but he will be there at every step, at everything you do. He's like your guardian who always walks behind you. And he makes sure that nothing wrong ever happens to you. Another thing is if something that is wrong in your eyes, even happens to you, learn to accept it. It's maybe because it's your karma that's simply returning to you. The more you stop rejecting things, that why is this happening to me? Why am I like this? The more you start cursing the design, the more you start resisting the flow of nature, the harder it's going to be for you. Try to align your will with the universe's will. That way you'll be aligning yourself with dharma. Things will fall into place. And remember, Shiva is always watching. He's not somebody who's sitting in the sky judging you for everything you do right and wrong. And in the end, he'll give you a boon or he'll send you to hell for that. He is Satchidananda Swarupa. Eternal bliss, the truth, the pure consciousness. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. Now, if I have to talk about Satchidananda Swarupa, it will be an entire video for itself. But yes, this video is about the name Bholenath. So let's get back to that. So there are simple practices that you can do in everyday life. You do not need flowers. You do not need fruits. You do not need anything really expensive. All you need is water. Any type of water, tap water, drinking water. And that's it. You just take water and you offer it on a Shiva Linga. And make sure you do this every day, not just once. Because you are doing it every day, you are turning this practice into a niyama for yourself. Now this turns into your yam and niyam. Anything that you do as a practice has to be followed for a really long time for it to take effect and for it to manifest results in your life. I've been doing this practice for a really long time now, where I just offer water to the Shivlinga at home, and it's been years I've been doing it, and I did see the results. So the reason why he's called Bholenath is because simply offering water to him is also enough to please him. Well, it's a part of Abhishekam that you offer water, Occasionally you can go for milk or curd or whatever, but then there are a lot of people who will raise questions about why are you offering milk on a piece of stone and all. So I'll not get into that. Simply water is fine. Do it with your heart. Do it with love. Imagine that Shiva likes being bathed and you're offering water onto his head. And that's it. So now how kind is Shiva? How bhole and how loving is he actually? Think about this. Visualize it. He's sitting there in Himalayas, in Kailasha, and he has really big jatas, like matted hair locks. And from them, there's like water flowing, there's like water dripping out of it, and it's soaking his entire body. And every drop that touches his body is being imbibed with his love, with his kindness. His entire body, his entire existence just radiates love and innocence for all of us. And that water comes onto the earth as Ma Ganga to bless us. Our entire Indian civilization has been blessed by Shiva. I don't know, I feel goosebumps simply talking about it. But yes, the love of God that all cultures talk about, not just Hinduism, not just the Shaivik sect of Hinduism, but all the sects, is real. And I cannot describe it, it's something you will have to feel. And it's something you have to experience, not just feel. And how does that happen? Through surrenderance. You surrender yourself to Shiva's will. That does not mean you're gonna give up living. You're gonna leave your house and I'm going to become a Baba sadhu and all that. No, include him in your daily life. Whatever you do, offer it to him, or at least remember him. I know it's really hard to do all that I'm speaking. It's really hard to remember him consciously for like 24 into 7. 5 minutes a day. Just think about Shiva. Like, there's a God, there's Shiva, he's Bholenath, and he's really kind, and he's a very patuti God. He's really cute, and he's all loving, and he loves all of us. He'll do everything in his strength to protect us. Just think about him, and that will be enough for him. It'll take you a long way, and yes. Now, this nature of him being bhole and him being very loving is not limited to just a single form, the form of Shankara that we see with matted hair locks, with a trishul in his hand. It's across all of his forms. You look at Hanumanji. How loving is he? How innocent is he? He gets mesmerized simply by the name of Lord Ram. You look at Bhairav Baba. Although Bhairav Baba is a really Ugra Swarup, it's a really ferocious form of Shiva. Internally, he's really, really kind. He's like your grandfather or your father. Even though he might be strict, he's really loving. And all that he does is for your well-being. Now, the thing with Ugra Devatas like Bhairava is that they don't usually bring changes in your life to comfort you. They bring changes in your life to strip away the ignorance or to strip away your attachment to that thing. So this happened with me. I was really attached to my job and I thought my job is all I want. And basically I made being a software engineer a part of my personality, and I was a little egoistic about it. And same thing with money. I'm earning money. I'm saving money, I have made investments, this and that. Everything will be peeled off. Like that thing you're holding on to, the job you're holding on to will cause so much pain in your life that you'll feel like giving it up. How can something that you really love, something that you really cling to, cause pain in life? Something that will make you want to give all of it up. But that's how Ugra Devtas work. That's how they bless you. That's how they help you overcome the attachment to whatever you are attached to. They'll make you so fed up of your job, and all you'll want to do is either switch jobs or grow out of the mindset that this job is really integral for my life and I cannot do without this job. Like one thing is escapism, where you simply resign and leave. The other thing is surviving and growing out of your discomfort. So that it depends on how you take it. And if Bholenath is kind and if Bholenath is in the mood, he'll help you overcome your discomfort and he'll try to help you out. He'll try to bring you out of your zone as well. So the strict principle of Bhairava will put you into difficult situations, and the loving nature of him will also help you come out of that situation. Same thing happened with money. I was really arrogant about it and it got to my ego. I went broke, like really broke. I had like no money for a while, and all I could do was start using up my savings. And I did not know how, but not all of my savings, but a really significant amount of my savings was just vaporized into thin air in like 3 days. So that's how they operate. That's how they make you learn detachment from everything that you're holding on to and everything you're feeding your ego with. Now, what's the problem with loving things and having an ego about it? Well, we'll take an entire video for that because your ego is who you attach yourself to be. Ego translates to ahamkara. Now, a lot of us simply say ahamkara means arrogance. But learn to break this word down. Aham and kara. Kara means cause. Aham means self. I. Aham means myself. I. Ahamkara. The cause of me. So whatever I am, all the labels attached to me, everything that defines Vinamra is his ahamkara. This body is what I identify with. This body is the cause of me calling it me. I don't know if that makes sense to you. But the entire idea of a Vinamra, let's say you take Vinamra and then everything that identifies with this name, this face, this body, this voice, this YouTube channel, this job, this designation, this Facebook account, this Instagram account, this lineage, this what do you say? These ambitions, these thoughts, this personality, everything attached to this idea of me are the reasons for this personality to exist. These are my ahamkaras. The more labels I have in my list of karakas, the more reasons I have for aham, for me to exist, the longer I'm going to stay in samsara. Because I have to overcome each and every one of these. And it's simply not easy to do that. If one gets added, if one label gets added, if I say I like food, with liking food comes dislike for certain foods and special preference for the others. So yeah, the list increases. Likes and dislikes are also a part of ahamkara. They're also defining your personality, something that you are trying to identify with. So you right now identify with being a human, with this body, with this face, with this voice, with these features, with this personality. So you are able to define that I am this. That's your ahamkara. So yeah, Ugra Devatas slowly or sometimes even in a very harsh way help you strip off everything in your ahamkaras list, in your karakas list. So yeah, I think I'm done for the day. If Devi Ma wants me to speak more or Bholenath wants me to add something, I'll make another video about it. So yeah, stay classy, stay cool, and don't be a fool. Bye.